Okay, let's start it. Okay, yesterday we just learned about the relay module, right? So this is how the commercial relay modules would look. Okay, this is how the commercial relay modules would look, and sorry for that. And in the same way, you have few pins, and one is ground and VCC, and these are the different pins. These are the different interrupt pins. The same thing yesterday we learned. We have one interrupt to just trigger one relay. In the same way, we have four interrupts to trigger four relays, and you have common connection, ground and VCC. This is how the relay module would look like. And I'll just give you this full PDF. You can go through this. And using this circuit, I made my own relay module. If anyone want to know about it, you people can stay after the session and just learn from me. I'll just teach you every bit how it is made by using EasyADI or something. And this is how the internal block diagram of a relay would look. Okay, a relay is just a mechanical switch, and sometimes they are also used as protection devices. Okay, for now we are using it as a switch. Okay, when you give voltage here, like a positive volt, like 5 volts or 3.3 volts, yeah, 9 volts, yeah, 12 volts, depending upon the relay. The relay are found in 5 volts relays, there are 9 volts relays, and there are 12 volts relay also. So here we are using just 5 volts relays. And when you give 5 volts here, these two contacts connect. Okay, when you give 5 volts, these two contact connect if you connected it in NO. Okay, there are two things, right? We just said NO, which is normally open, and NC, which is normally closed. Okay, when you give voltage, if it is in NO, they both connect, and this AC voltage is passed through the bulb. If you don't give any voltage here, then these two remain open circuit like this, and no voltage comes here. Okay, this is a quick recap of relay module, and I'll just show you the node MCU also. This is the node MCU, and this is the pin diagram we already saw. I'll just show you again. This is the installation process. I'll just share it in your group so that you can go through all this installation process again. I just showed you on the first day how to do this installation process. Okay, with this quick recap, let's go to today's topic. Okay, today's topic is what we are going to do is we are going to use IFTTT and ThinkSpeak. Okay, we are going to use IFTTT and ThinkSpeak. Why are we interested in using IFTTT? Look, let me go open my Arduino IDE. I mean, so my paint. Now, yesterday what we did is we took a node MCU, we took a relay board, we connected both of them. Like this, right? So we just controlled this node MCU using Blinky, right? But today what we are going to do is not with Blinky. We'll be doing it with IFTTT. Okay, IFTTT. Okay, this thing. Why are we interested in using IFTTT? IFTTT has one option in which you can configure your Google Assistant to switch on your nodal devices. The nodal devices means node MCU in our per caption. Okay, so this IFTTT will send commands to the node MCU. Okay, so we'll make IFTTT to send commands to node MCU to switch on this relay and control the output bulb. We have an LED here, right? Yesterday we just saw it. So here we have an LED. Grounded here to this. Okay, this is ground. Okay. So we'll control it using IFTTT. We'll control this node MCU using IFTTT. Okay. And next thing we are going to learn is today. Next thing we are going to learn is we'll use a node MCU interfacing with a LDR. Okay, we'll use a LDR here. LDR circuit. Okay, we'll use an LDR circuit. I'll tell you how to use a LDR circuit. Here in this part, we'll use a LDR circuit. And what we'll do is we'll take this LDR circuit values and we'll post them in ThinkSpeak. Okay, I'll call it THINK. Okay. Okay. We'll use ThinkSpeak here. Okay, now we'll post the values and we'll get the values from here using IFTTT, and we'll control the LEDs and our home appliances. And using ThinkSpeak, think you have a temperature sensor and you need to place a temperature sensor in a farm. Okay, you will take the temperature values on the farm and send it to cloud and monitor every second and every minute what is the temperature of the farm, and according to that you're going to take preventive measures. For example, if the humidity level of the farm is low and the temperature is going up, you need to take some preventive measures, right? If the humidity level is low, you will just start a motor. Yeah, you'll, if temperature is low, you'll just make other things like, and if fertilizer time comes, you need to sprinkle some fertilizers by using some fertilizer sensor. And to do all those tasks, we'll use ThinkSpeak, and to control our home appliances, we'll use IFTTT. Okay, this is what we are going to do today. Okay, make sure you just continue with me so that you won't miss out anything. Okay. So let me open a new Chrome window. Okay, first, how to register into IFTTT. First, we'll be doing IFTTT because you people already know how to connect a relay module and a LED, right? So first, we'll be sending values using IFTTT to our LED. Okay. First, initially, what we need to do is, let me open the yesterday's code. This is the code that we learned yesterday. So cool. So what I'll do is, first I'll upload this code in the Node MCU. Until it will be uploading, I'll just explain you some other thing. Okay. Now today what we are going to do is, we'll be learning what is how the values are getting into the cloud and coming into the Node MCU. Okay, we'll type link HTTP get request. Okay, you can just type get request or HTTP get. You'll get a link, this thing. Okay, HTTP Blinky HTTP RESTful APIs. These are the APIs. They are basically many types of APIs, but I'll tell you two types of APIs which we use. One is put, one is get. Okay, what put will do is, it will put the value from the cloud to the Node MCU, and get will take the values from the Node MCU and put it in the server. And we are going to do both of them. Okay. Okay, these are the HTTP Blinky RESTful APIs. Just give me a second. So first we'll be learning put. Okay, we'll be learning put, and remember this link. This we'll be using in IFTTT, and this thing. Okay, not this thing. Sorry, one second. Sorry for that. This thing. This thing using this link, we can control our nodal device from browser. Okay, the same thing as we are going into Blinky and we are switching on and off our nodal device and sending this particular link is the same thing. Okay, we'll just copy this, paste it here, and it is asking ATH token. So this is our authentication token, and this is the pin number. Here you need to give the pin number. When you give these both, that will directly update the value. Okay. Just give me a second. So that I could connect and show you people. Okay. So let me see if the code is uploaded or not. Okay, it is uploading. Let the code upload. Until then, we'll just prepare our link. We'll take this authentication token and we need to paste it here. Authentication token menu, and the pin will be, if you are using D0, the digital pin 1. Okay, when you are using digital pin 1, make sure you just write this GPIO numbers. Okay, you write D and the GPIO 16 is the name, correct pin number of the D0. Okay, D0 is basically named as GPIO 16. Okay, you write D16. I'll just give you this image also, don't worry. If you want D1, then you write D05. Okay, sorry, 5. If you write D2, if you want to send the value to D2, if you want to send the value to D1, you write D16. If you want to send the value to D1, you write D5. And if you want to send the value to D2, then you write D4. Okay, let's do that, and I'll write D16. That means I'm going to send the value to D0. Okay, let us see whether the code is uploaded or not. Why is it taking this time? Code. Let's wait for a second. Okay, sometimes when there is an impedance issue, then it happens like this. Then just change the port. That means change to it another port, then upload it again. You need to make sure you're on the right port. Oh shit. Okay. Issue. Okay, okay. Okay, rebuilding all the options. Let's give it some time. PC is a slow one, it takes some time, but if yours is an i3 processor, i5 processor, then it uploads with more speed. Okay, that's what we'll do is we'll just upload a blank code, and again we'll upload this, because sometimes when the cache is full and the program memory is full, then the node MCU does not accept new codes. Okay. Okay, until the code is being uploaded, we'll just do our other process. Okay, we'll first do IF triple T. First, you need to go to iftriplety.com. I'll show you how to create a new applet. Just click on create here. And okay, first I'll just explain what is this doing. Let me just make some space for myself. Okay, I'll just open a new one. T, and we'll control the node MCU, right? Here is the node MCU. So we'll control it, right? So in IF triple T, there are few processes that we should do. First thing is we will configure this. Okay, here it is given. One second. Okay, here it is given this, right? In this, what we'll do is, that means what? How are you configuring the Google Assistant? Okay, here we'll write the Google Assistant. Okay. Okay, what you want Google Assistant to do. Okay, what you want, what you expect Google Assistant to say. Okay, here we will configure the Google, and after that, this Google Assistant will be triggering your webhooks. Okay, that means your web request. Okay, webhooks gives a web request. Here you will give your web request. Okay. Okay, this is request. Yeah. Okay, what this web request will do, this web request will be sent to the Blinky cloud. Okay, this web request, take this is the Blinky cloud. Okay, this is the Blinky cloud. Then the web request will be sent to this Blinky cloud. Okay. Okay, BLY. Okay, right. This web request will be sent to Blinky, and this Blinky will trigger your Node MCU, and this Node MCU will further control your relay module. Okay, this is the whole thing that we are going to do today. Okay, this is the whole thing. This part we are going to do today. We'll write the whole thing in IFTTT. First, we'll be configuring our Google Assistant, and the Google Assistant will be triggering the webhooks, that means web request, and the web request will be sent forwarded to the Blinky cloud, and the Blinky cloud will automatically update the thing in the Node MCU. This is what we're going to do. Okay, what are we going to do in the Google Assistant? Google Assistant, we are going to tell, for example, you want to turn on, you just say turn on. Okay, turn on the light, yeah, turn on the LED, or something. If when you say turn on, when a particular command is met, that means when a particular command is met in Google saying turn on, then that command will forward it to the Google, web request. The web request will send a logic one, a logic one to the Blinky, and the Blinky will further forward it to Node MCU. This is what we are going to do today. Okay, let's go. Okay, our code is uploaded. Pretty cool. Okay, now first we'll do this. In this, what we are going to do, we are going to do Google Assistant. We are going to configure our Google Assistant. So click here, Google Assistant. Okay, this is Google Assistant. So click on Google Assistant. Just say simple face. And what you want to say. For example, if I want to say, I use the turn on, so I'll say on, I'll just say switch on the LED. Okay, make sure you follow with me. You make sure that you are also opening the IFTTT and doing it with me, so that you don't get away. Okay, and in the another way, just you say, I'll just say LCD because I already used LED. I can say okay, lamp, better. Yes, on the lamp. Okay, another way, lamp on. Okay, I'll just say lamp on. Okay, and what do you want Google Assistant to reply? Okay, if you want Google Assistant to reply, okay, sir, and turning the lamp. Okay, one second, let me notify it with Grammarly. It's nice. Okay. Okay, sir, I'm turning on the lamp. This Google Assistant will reply us. First, next we need to create trigger so that this part is completed. So we just finished this part. Okay, this part is done. So we'll say something turn on, yeah, switch on the lamp, yeah, something. Then that will trigger the webhooks. they should make a web request. How will it make a web request? We'll go to webhooks and do that. Give me a second. Just click on that and we'll do webhooks. You need to make sure this one is right, okay? Not web teams, WebEx teams. This is webhooks. You need to go to webhooks, make a web request, and what is the URL you need to drop here? Just go to the link that I gave you. I'll just give this link also, don't worry. And you need to go up and take this thing, okay? To copy this command and paste it here, okay? Okay, 1 second. This is get, so it's not get. We need to update it. So, give me a second. Okay, this thing. Right pin via put, because you are going to put something, right? So this thing. So this will update. It is written here like update, right? So this will update in the Blink Cloud. So you put your authentication token here. So we have our authentication token here. This is our authentication token. So we'll just copy this authentication token. And we'll paste it here. Okay, we have the authentication token. And you just give the PIN number. The same manner that I told you. If you want to give D0, then you give D16. Okay, you just give like D16. That means pin D0 is activated. And the method you want to use is put, because we just selected here, right? So look, write pin via put. Okay, put. And content is JSON. Okay, that should be in JSON format. And body, there is a format for giving body. It will clearly show you how it is given. So look, this is how you need to give the body. Okay, take it here. Okay, you just give it in this format here, like this. Okay, just give it in this format. Logic 1 will switch on the LED, and if you give logic 0, that will switch off the LED. Okay, we are making it for switch on, so we'll just give logic 1. Create action. Done. Now your Google Assistant is configured, and that will switch on your LED. Okay. Before that, before just doing this practical, I'll just show you how by using cloud you can update you can control the hardware. Before we wanted to do this, right? Wait. This thing, right? What this thing will do is this will update the values in the cloud manually by using browser. Okay, here. As our code is uploaded, we'll just check this. So we need to give here an authentication token. Let's copy that. That's fine. Control C, and we'll paste the authentication token here. Okay, and pin number, the same thing, D16. And the value you are going to give is here. You don't need to give it in the body format that we give. You can just give 1. That means on. That will switch on our LED. And if you give 0, that will switch off our LED. Okay, I'll just switch on the cam and show you how it is happening. Okay, give me a second. Cool. Now, wait a second. I'll just pin myself. Okay. Now I think you people can see my LED and Node MCU. Just post yes or no in the chat box. Okay, cool. Now what we'll do is we'll just switch it on with the browser. First, I'll just go to my browser and just switch it on and just come back. Okay, I'll just go here and give value 1. Okay, I'll just give value 1. The LED will be switched on. Okay, I'll just come back and show you. Okay, now you can see the LED is on, right? So let's go to the web request again and click 0. The validity will be off. Okay, come back and check. Okay, so now the LED is off. What does this mean? You are just switching on the same way, the way that you did it with the app. Okay, now what you're doing is you're just using some request method like RESTful API. You're using an API. That API is called as this get request. Okay, you're just putting the value using put. Okay, you can use this link. I'll just put this link in the chat box and even in the WhatsApp link. Don't worry. You people can go and try it yourself. Okay, you can go there and you can find all the links. Okay, this is the link, and this is how you update it with the browser. And now we'll do the same thing with IFTTT by using Google Assistant. Okay, you made it with switch on, right? Just I want someone to make it with switch off. Okay, I'll stop screen sharing. I want anyone to do screen sharing now. I'll just stop screen sharing. Just anyone others, just screen share so that I could make it with you people. Okay, anyone wanted to screen share and just do the off switch? Okay, just say yes or Y in the chat box. If you want me only to do, then just say N or no. Please, you do, sir. Otherwise, we will do. So this makes you people interactive, right? So that you people learn. How? Okay, Rohit, you are asking how. Simple. Just screen share. You have a laptop or you're using your mobile phone. Mobile phone. Okay, just screen share your mobile phone. What I do after 1 second? Sorry that I pinned myself. Okay. Now go to IFTTT. I told you to install the app, right? So just go to IFTTT app. Okay. Now you go to create. Now click on this. And what you do is click on Google Assistant. In the search bar, just search Google Assistant. Okay, just click on Google Assistant and say a simple phrase. Okay, just go connect. You just clicked on say a simple phrase. Okay, come back to IFTTT app. It's redirecting you somewhere else. Okay, click on the into button. It's present on the left corner. Okay, say a simple phrase again. Okay, you need to connect. Okay, go connect and we'll do it in the browser. Okay, just go connect. Okay, use your account to sign in. Allow, just allow IFTTT to access your mail because you need to give access for your Google Assistant. Buddy, don't open your WhatsApp. Just click on allow. Okay. Scroll down. I think you can't create this in the app. Anyone with laptops? Anyone have laptops so that they could share it? If anyone have laptops and they are willing to share, they can just ping Y or S in the chat box. Or otherwise, I'll just do the thing again. I will just do it for off also, and I'll show you how it works. Should I show? Yeah, you will just do it. Buddy Rohit, you don't worry. I'll just make sure you do it with your phone only. Yes, you show. Okay, I'll just show. Cool. Okay. I'll go to IFTTT and I'll just make an other applet. I need to just go to create again. This and go to Google Assistant. And click on Google Assistant and say a simple phrase and what you want to say. Okay, this time I want to say switch off the lamp. Okay, and turn off the lamp. Okay, another way, lamp off. Lamp off. And what I want. Okay, so okay, let's use Grammarly for this. Turning off the lamp. Cool. English. Create trigger. Okay, this Google Assistant part is done. That means your this is done. You need to go to that, and you need to write here webhooks. Make a web request, and the same URL that you got from here. So this is not value. You're not giving direct value. You are going to update it. So just go here, then via right, and copy this thing. And we'll just change the authentication token. 1 second, I'll just use my authentication and paste the authentication token here. And PIN number is digital D16. That means I told you, right? D16 means here it is D0. Okay, D0. If you want to give D1, just D5. Just give D5. And the method is put, because we are just putting the value. And content type is JSON. Okay, and body, before we just give one, logic 1 to switch on. So we'll give logic 0 to switch off. And create action. Finish. If you want that, if you think that I just made some mistakes and you want to go debug the whole thing, then you can go to home. And the applets that you made are always available here. These two applets I just made it yesterday, and these two applets I made it today. So let's see if it works or not. You just go to your so make sure that I just gave my mail ID. I just logged in. 1 second, I'll just log out and I'll just log in and I'll show you. I just logged off, right? So I log in with Google. Okay. Oh shit! It's asking me the default. It's taking my default Google account. I don't want that. I want another one. I'll just refresh the page. I think it will redirect. Okay, I'll just sign out here. Guys, sorry for disconnection. Just give me 1 second. I'm just coming back. Okay. Okay. Continue. Okay, cool. Hmm. Okay, now you can. Some audio issue. Huh. It resolved now. Okay. Um, I'll just log out and I'll just sign in and show. Because I was using another account, so I'm not able to redirect. So now I'll just get redirected directly to this account. Make sure with which account you made IFTTT, you just sign in in your Google Assistant with the same account. Otherwise, they both will not get synced. Okay, and your home automation will not work. Refresh. Just go. Done. Now this will redirect me to the page. Okay. So these are the applets that I created, and this is the home page. All the applets that you created will be available on the home page. Okay, now let's test this. Okay, when you want to debug anytime that you made some mistakes, you just click on that and go to settings and just change them. Change all those things which you just think made mistakes and save it again. Okay, now what happens is if I say turn on the light or switch on the lamp, okay, they both are the same because yesterday I created with the same thing. Look, turn on the light. I just made this thing yesterday, and I'll go to settings. I just